The music fades, and the underground shelter transforms into a cozy bedroom scene. Dylan is fast asleep in bed, while Vera gazes at him, smoking a cigarette. Then she leans over. Among those killed in the Dawn raid was a man aged 100. She recites a poem he wrote. Dylan stirs. "What do you think? Sleep and get you through the night?" she asks, gently touching his hair. As the day breaks, Vera leaves Dylan still sleeping to join Caitlin in the restroom. We then see a flash of Caitlin and Dylan during a very close moment on a train. Back in the restroom, as Vera fixes Caitlin's hair, Caitlin admits she likes Dylan. Vera reminds her to be herself and that she loves her just the way she is. Outside in the open air, Vera and Caitlin arrive at the train station and enter different carriages. As the train begins to chug, Dylan is now seen boarding another section. The passengers lean their heads out the windows, waving goodbye. The scene shifts as a narrator begins reciting Dylan's poetry. Among those killed in a Dawn raid was a man aged 100. As he speaks, we view a montage of old footage depicting war wreckage and suffering. Later, Vera is the first seen arriving to a large empty room, almost auditorium-like. She places her suitcase on the floor and looks around. Caitlin shows up after her, who also places her suitcase down. They look at one another. Soon, Dylan walks through the doors, dropping his bag as he enters. They all embrace. Vera leans over Dylan, whispering a poem. Their faces close, and the next moment the warmth of the bedroom is gone. We're in the claustrophobic brick of the shelter, Caitlin lying on a blanket on the ground. Vera cradles Caitlin's face, kissing her deeply, lingeringly. The narrator speaks. "A stranger has come to filch my heart and fill my room in the house." Caitlin lies still, eyes closed as Vera kisses her gently on the forehead. A man's voice quietly utters the same line as a woman's face flashes, superimposed onto the walls of what appears to be an underground bomb shelter. We see Dylan staring out the window, the crisscrossed tape ever present. It is a reminder of the imminent danger lurking outside. He then turns to Vera and Caitlin, kissing, but doesn't acknowledge them. It is as if the three have reached a mutual understanding of their unusual arrangement. Now, Vera lies asleep, with Dylan hovering over her. His voice carries with such love and devotion. "A stranger has come to filch my heart and fill my room in the house. She has come to possess, to light, the elusive light through the bombed-out window." Vera wakes and embraces Dylan with kisses and warm affection. Vera continues by reciting the remainder of Dylan's poem. Merces, D, the light, through the bombs and the walls, possesses what is slenderest. The intimacy in the bomb shelter soon fades, and the couple are seen in a wide-angle shot in their bed. Dylan continues to recite his poem and talk about the writing of the poem as the couple hold one another closely in the darkness. Daylight streams through a window to an airy bathroom. Vera fixes Caitlin's hair. They speak of Dylan and share tender, knowing smiles. The three are in a shared space. The scene cuts to Vera and Caitlin standing on a train platform, leaning out of separate train carriages to see Dylan further down the track. As the train moves, war imagery begins as Dylan's poetry continues as the narration. Vera, Caitlin, and Dylan all meet in a large hall, embracing as if their souls have found one another. Now, Dylan is lying with Caitlin inside the bomb shelter. He stares off as the narrator and Caitlin begin to recite Dylan's poem, as if a reminder. "A stranger has come to filch my heart." Caitlin lies injured in bed, and Vera tends to her with tender love and care. Vera helps Caitlin with what appears to be a very sore arm. Vera begins to massage Caitlin, and then they embrace. Now, as Dylan is walking along the rock stairs, he utters, "I have longed to move away from the phosphorescence of the blind, detaching myself, wave after wave," as Vera is seen walking out of the house holding her child. Dylan continues his poem as he is seen sitting still by the stairs in the greenery. The poem continues in narrative as Vera is seen walking further from the house with her child in her arms, as if to start a new chapter of their lives. As Vera makes her way to what appears to be the bus stop, she leaves much behind. The scenes shift to a dark kitchen, with Dylan sitting at the table as Vera walks to him with the child in her arms. Vera gently places the child in Dylan's arms. She then begins to care for Dylan's cuts and wounds, stemming from what seems like his return home from the war. We see Caitlin in the bedroom now, lying down on what appears to be the bed that Vera and Dylan share. Vera enters the bedroom. Caitlin begins to express her feelings of loneliness and neglect now that Dylan has returned. Vera comforts Caitlin with loving words. The scene changes to a darkened, wooded area with Dylan smoking and in uniform, and Caitlin standing with him. Dylan expresses that he can see her wound. Caitlin then confesses, with the wind blowing in the background, that she will be leaving soon and that she cannot stay here any longer. Vera is then seen at the table, in the home, setting the table for a meal. Vera, Caitlin, and Dylan sit at the table. The tension in the room is palpable. At that point, they join for a dance. The dance is warm, sensual, and telling of their relationship. As Vera is dancing, we see Dylan, and Caitlin is seen lying in wait as the narrator recites Dylan's poem. As the scene concludes, it is now dark, gunshots begin to fire inside the home. Vera is seen lying down in the bed as Caitlin is seen standing. Dylan lies awake next to Vera. As Caitlin approaches the bed and attempts to shoot at Vera, Dylan, in what seems like a rage, begins to fight Caitlin as she is trying to murder Vera. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.